So Kaity, remind me and anyone watching what you reached out to me about originally.
Initially, I reached out just because my left knee specifically, was kind of in a lot of pain, especially I noticed it just doing everyday activities, not even just working out or exercising, which would be one thing, but it was kind of getting to the point where if I was sitting too long or standing too long, it would start to kind of ache and it'd get really like painful when I'd start to walk again. And so I just reached out because I know that you're so good with that kind of thing. So.
And how long, Kaity, were you dealing with the symptoms before you reached out?
Probably longer than I should have. But I'd say probably a month or two, it got pretty painful. Off and on, not every single day would be really bad, but it was getting consistently more and more each day. So figured it'd be best to ask.
Yes. And Kaity, what were you doing when it first started? Was there an incident or did this just come on for no reason?
I think when I really first started to notice it, it would be after I'd be sitting on the train going into work, and when I'd get off the train, there's a series of stairs that I have to go down, and it would get so stiff and it would really, really hurt to go down the stairs, like actually very painful, and I'd have to go really slow and there's people rushing by me and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is a problem. So I'd say that's probably when it really hit me that there was an issue.
Okay, and how did you first try to address it on your own?
Yeah, so I just started modifying my workout. So when I go to the gym, I was just very careful not to do high impact exercises on my knees. Like I kind of cut out the jogging and switched to the elliptical, or when I would be doing my leg workouts, I'd always make sure that I had like the excellent proper form. I tried to strengthen my legs a bit because maybe that would have helped, but wasn't really helping though. I mean, it wasn't bad, and some days it'd be better than others, but exercise didn't really seem to help or hurt. Some days it would be better, some days it'd be worse. So that's what I tried though.
Yep. So just avoiding some of the things that hurt, but yet you noticed toward the end before you reached out to me that it was actually in a trend of getting worse.
Yeah, it was definitely.
Okay. All right. And so help people understand what we did that first day.
Yeah. So basically, you just set up a Zoom meeting, kind of like we're doing now. And you had me explain kind of what was going on, what was wrong, and how like my everyday activities had kind of been impacted, like what specifically was leading up to things. So you can kind of, I suppose, figure out what was kind of triggering it or going wrong. And then you had me do a few different exercises, just based on the feedback I was giving you. I think you kind of figured out what the issue was from there. So
yeah. So what do you do, Kaity, to help relieve your symptoms now?
Yeah, so I just essentially, I take my left leg and I like extend it all the way, and then I just kind of hyperextend it and put some pressure on it, and then like hold that for a few seconds and then like release it. I do that like 10-ish times or so, and then it like usually relieves like all of my symptoms, like all the pain is gone after I do that for like 10 times. It's amazing.
Yeah, so what it's been maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks since we first got together. And
Yeah.
how much change have you seen?
I would say it's like 90% better, and the only reason I wouldn't say it's 100% is just because sometimes I forget to do the exercise. So if I were doing the exercise all the time, or when I needed to all the time, I'm sure it would be 100% better. So it honestly like solved it like that. And I've been having the problem for so long, so it was amazing to see such a quick like turnaround with it and such a simple exercise.
Yeah, it's very simple, very straightforward many times, sometimes not always, and not all conditions are rapidly improvable like this, but we can rule out a lot of the things that need greater care. If you needed to go to the doctor because you had something more serious, we'd start to see some characteristics of how your body would respond in the assessment itself of having you move around, and we'd know, okay, this is something that needs to be sent on. The reality is most people are like you, though, when they have these conditions. Many of them can resolve things just with posture and movement and some specific exercise targeted. So you were a great example of from a distance. I haven't yet put my hands on that knee to fix it, so to speak. You fixed yourself, and that's the point. So thanks for being willing to share your story.